the most unforgettable day of the year.
Thank you to Sheridan Music Theater Choir, featuring students from our Honors Bachelor of Music Theater program, directed by Heather Throwates and Jessica Loper. And for the beautiful rendition of O Canada, thank you. My name is Mary Vaughn. I am the Provost and Vice President here at Sheridan, and I'm pleased to open up our ceremony. Welcome everybody, and thank you for joining us this morning. If you're joining us virtually on YouTube, please note that closed captions are available by please clicking on the CC icon at the bottom right-hand corner of your player. First Nation people have lived on this part of Turtle Island since millennia, stewarding the land, the water, and all that contributes to life in this region. Today, the culture and presence of First Nations, Inuit, and Métis peoples enrich the lands and the people of this territory. Over 2 centuries ago, the Mississaugas people welcomed settlers to this territory, providing sustenance and engaging in trade and commerce. Between 1781 and 1820, 8 treaties were signed by the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation, who opened their territory to settlement. Today, Sheridan's campuses are located on Treaty 14, also known as the head of the Lake Purchase of 1806, and Treaty 22 and 23 of 1820. Treaty history is foundational, and it is our collective responsibility to honor the land as we honor and respect those who have gone before us, for those that are here and for those that are yet to come. We are grateful for the opportunity to be learning, to be working, and to be thriving on this land, and we commit to learn the truth and to be active in the process of reconciliation. On Remembrance Day, we also honor the sacrifices made by First Nations, Inuit, and Métis in service to Canada. 12,000 Indigenous men and women enlisted to fight in Canada in the two World Wars. And at that time, Indigenous people weren't considered Canadian citizens by the government, and as such, many of those who returned from war were ineligible for post-war benefits. Many sacrificed their lives for a country that was slow to recognize their contributions. It is our honor to recognize and we thank the thousands of Indigenous people who have helped ensure the safety and security of Canada, including more than 2,700 Indigenous members of the military serving today. As a community, we thank those who have made sacrifices in times of war, military conflict, and peace to uphold the freedoms we enjoy. By wearing a poppy, we're participating in ceremonies like this one. We honor the legacy that countless of brave individuals who have served and continue to serve their country at home and abroad. I'd now like to invite Rajan Sandhu, Sheridan's interim president and vice chancellor, to lead us through today's ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Mary. Good morning, and thank you for joining us for our annual Remembrance Day ceremony. It's good to be here together at our Hazel McCallion campus and to connect with many of you virtually. Each year, at the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, Canadians pause to remember those who served and who continue to serve their country. This day and time marks the formal end of the First World War and was established to honor those who served in that war. It is also an opportunity to recognize those who served in subsequent conflicts and to acknowledge the conflicts and unrest still unfolding around the world today. As we observe Remembrance Day this year, we pause to reflect on the profound impact of conflict, the shared sorrow of lives lost, and our enduring hope for peace. Our reflections are grounded in remembrance of the past, an awareness of the present, and faith in a future built on understanding and respect. This year, the federal government has designated Mrs. Nancy Payne of Lansdowne, Ontario, as the Silver Cross Mother, acting on behalf of all Canadian mothers and families who have lost a son or daughter or child in the line of service. Her son, Corporal Randy Payne, served with the 1st Garrison Military Police Company and was a member of the Close Protection Team in Afghanistan, assigned to safeguarding VIPs. He was killed in Afghanistan in April 2006. We acknowledge the profound sacrifice, not only of those who served, but of their loved ones as well. We are privileged to honor veterans from many backgrounds, all of whom have fought to defend the values and the freedoms that we collectively enjoy today. Today, on Remembrance Day and throughout the year, let us honor, celebrate, thank, and remember our veterans. I'd now like to invite Dr. Genevieve Amaral, Dean of the Faculty of Humanities and Social Sciences, to share the poem, Why Wear a Poppy by Don Crawford.
Thank you, Rajan. Why wear a poppy? Please wear a poppy, the lady said, and held one forth, but I shook my head. Then I stopped and watched as she offered them there, and her face was old and lined with care. But beneath the scars the years had made, there remained a smile that refused to fade. A boy came whistling down the street, bouncing along on carefree feet. His smile was full of joy and fun. "Lady," he said, "may I have one?" When she'd pinned it on, he turned to say, "Why do we wear a poppy today?" The lady smiled in her wistful way and answered, "This is Remembrance Day. And the poppy there is a symbol for the gallant men who died in war. And because they did, you and I are free. That's why we wear a poppy, you see." I had a boy about your size, with golden hair and big blue eyes. He loved to play and jump and shout. Free as a bird, he would race about. As the years went by, he learned and grew and became a man, as you will too. He was fine and strong, with a boyish smile, but he'd seemed with us such a little while when war broke out and he went away. I still remember his face that day, when he smiled at me and said, "Goodbye, I'll be back soon, Mum, please don't cry." But the war went on and he had to stay, and all I could do was wait and pray. His letters told of the awful fight. I can still see it in my dreams at night, with the tanks and guns and cruel barbed wire, and the mines and bullets, the bombs and fire. Till at last, the war was won, and that's why we wear a poppy, son. The small boy turned as if to go, then said, "Thanks, lady, I'm glad to know. That sure did sound like an awful fight. But your son, did he come back all right?" A tear rolled down each faded cheek. She shook her head, but didn't speak. I slunk away in a sort of shame, and if you were me, you'd have done the same. For our thanks in giving is oft delayed, though our freedom was bought and thousands paid. And so when we see a poppy worn, let us reflect on the burden borne by all those who gave their very all when asked to answer their country's call, that we at home in peace might live. Then wear a poppy, remember, and give. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Amaral. We will now hear the last post, followed by 2 minutes of silence.
misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing, and the sky is clear and red, when the summer ceased its gleaming, when the corn is past its prime, when adventure's lost its meaning, are we homeward bound in time? Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plow, set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. If you find it's me you're missing, if you're hoping I'll return to your thoughts, I'll soon be listening. In the road I'll stop and turn, and the wind will set me racing as my journey nears its end, and the path I'll be retracing when I'm homeward bound again. Bind me not to the pasture, chain me not to the plow, set me free to find my calling, and I'll return to you somehow. In the quiet, misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing, I'll be homeward bound again.
Thank you to Ian Calhoun and to the Sheridan Musical Theater Choir for those moving performances. I'd now like to invite Samia Khan and Aradhana Singh to the microphone. Samia is a director with the Sheridan Student Union and will be reading an act of remembrance. Aradhana is a student in the Human Resources Postgraduate Certificate Program and will be sharing a commitment to remember.
Thank you, Rajan. After the last line, please repeat with me, we will remember them. They shall grow not old, as we are that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember them.
After the last line, please repeat with me. We will remember them. Commitment to remember. They were young, as are we. They served, giving freely of themselves. To them we pledge amid the winds of time, to carry their torch and never forget. We will remember them. We will remember them.
Thank you, Samia and Aradhana. At this time, I'd like to invite Sharzad Farzanpak, Dean of the Pilon School of Business, and Waldo Calderon, IT Campus Support Specialist, to lay the wreath. The wreath is adorned with poppies handcrafted by members of the Sheridan community who are invited to knit or crochet their own poppy using the Remembrance Reflections poppy kits. At the top of the wreath, you'll notice two beaded poppies created by local Indigenous artists Ayana Nawegabo and Ricky Singleton. These poppies have been placed in recognition of the courage and sacrifice of Indigenous veterans who served Canada both at home and abroad. Thank you, Sharzad and Waldo. I would now like to invite Alexis Dabich, Indigenous Engagement Retention Advisor, to recite the poem Flanders Gittigoning, an Anishinaabemowin translation of In Flanders Field.
Thank you. Flanders Gittigoning. Goje Gittigoning megwe waskone. Name jibiatik ninwe jamagna shakta jigishname. Gawing geabe kanonzina an bash siganan jedibweyik. Manadok nongwam daume. Engi bamadzame. Engi wamdana bidabang minwa bagishmuk. Engi zagiwe meminwa. Engi zagagome. Nongwadash mampi bakada jigishname. Engi na kweshkana mi Godwin. Gin wadash nongwa. Wewane ganagda wenjigek. Wewane neba ma dazik. Gishben dash nagda wenjige sik. Nin we jamagna shaka na majajik. Gawinga min wenzi me. Na me jibiatik megwe waskone. Jigish nang Flanders gittigoning.
Thank you, Alexis. Many of us are fortunate to have heroes of war among our family, friends, and ancestors, individuals whose courage and sacrifice continue to inspire us. Members of our Sheridan community have shared touching tributes to their loved ones, which we'll now honor through a special performance. Please welcome back our Sheridan Music Theater Choir performing Blowin' in the Wind by Bob Dylan.
How many roads must a man walk down before you call him a man? How many seas must a white dove sail before she sleeps in the sand? Yes, and how many times must the cannonballs fly before they're forever banned? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. How many times must a man look up before he can see the sky? Yes, and how many ears must one man have before he can hear people cry? Yes, and how many deaths will it take till he knows that too many people have died? The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind.
touching tributes. Thank you again to the Sheridan Music Theater Choir and to the community for sharing your special tributes. The poppy was chosen by the Great War Veterans Association as a symbol of remembrance and sacrifice. Poppies are worn around the world to honor those whose lives were lost and to help raise funds to support veterans. While many of us are wearing our physical poppies again this year, you may also wish to show your support with a digital poppy. You can visit mypoppy.ca to download a digital copy for your social media profiles. All funds raised through mypoppy.ca are directed to the Legion National Foundation. Alternatively, you might consider making a donation to the charities which help improve the quality of life of our veterans through programs, resources, and training. I also invite you to visit poppystories.ca on your smartphone. You'll be prompted to scan your poppy and stories of Canadian veterans will appear. Thank you for joining our ceremony today. I encourage you to pause and reflect today with gratitude for the freedom we have. May peace be with you all.